we have to do nothing for God to love us unconditionally. It is who he is, and his love outreaches everything. All these statements really arise from the fear-based religious programming that keeps us doubting how good God really is, and particularly looking at the Old Testament and their view of God, and that undifferentiated view of God, where they didn't really differentiate God as love to the things that were happening around them, isn't the truth. And Jesus had to come as the truth to reveal who God really was. So he came as the express image of the Father. He said, I am the Father are one. And in that oneness, we see the true God displayed. And Jesus really summed everything up very clearly. Love one another as I have loved you. Jesus' goal was to help us experience his love, the love of the Father, the love of the Spirit in relationship, so that then we could love one another. And if we have not received unconditional love, how can we love unconditionally? If we think love is conditional on the buts or the ifs or the whats or the whens, then we're going to treat people the same way as we think we're being treated by God. And God is so much better than anything I ever imagined or thought. We need to truly know who God really is to experience the reality of that. So I'm going to continue to explode some of the religious myths that kept me in bondage, that unconditional love has now set me free from, but I was not knowing the things I believed were wrong, were not true. Of course, I believed they were true because that's what I was told, but only my experience when God revealed himself, I then realized that that couldn't possibly be true, because my experience with God totally contradicted what I was taught about him, particularly from my evangelical upbringing and background. So really, only our experience of unconditional love can bring us freedom from the religious deception that a lot of us have lived in throughout our lives. And of course, you don't know you're being deceived until that is revealed. And then when it is revealed, it gives us a challenge. What am I going to do about the fact that a lot of what I thought was true isn't true? Well, let's allow him to renew our minds. Let's not be pressed into a mold or conform to some religious or cultural ideal. Let's be transformed by the renewing of our minds so we can really know what the truth is and really know who we are in relationship with God. God is love, and that love is unconditional. I want to encourage you just to close your eyes, just come to a place of rest. Just encourage you in that place of rest, just to begin to fix your eyes on the Father, on his love, on the light of his presence. Just begin to breathe a little bit slower. Just begin to fill your mind and think about God as love, and think unconditional love. And just begin to breathe in slowly. Breathe in unconditional love. Breathe in. Let it flow into you. Fill your mind, fill your heart, fill your emotions, fill every fiber of your being, every particle, with every cell. Just be saturated with unconditional love. Let the frequency and the energy and the living strength of unconditional love just fill you. And if you struggle with acceptance, if you struggle with rejection, if you struggle with your identity, if you struggle with old covenant mindsets of trying to appease an angry God, just hand all of that baggage over to him. Just hand it all over. Hand it over and just be still. Be weightless. Just float in an atmosphere of complete, unconditional love and acceptance. Be filled with love and joy and peace. Just rest so you can truly know the reality of who God is. Be still and know unconditional love.